background going, well,
all right.
you know what we say?
We are back on the highway.
And I know that I've done this, I can't seem to...
got my cross-examination going. I just spent $65 filling up my tank. Absolutely diabolical. So, all right, we back at it. I cannot believe I spent that kind of money on gas, Mookie. That's California, $4.80 something, and at home it's like, it's high, $3.90 sometimes, $3.50. Whew, lot of gas, lot of money. But one thing I've learned about being in a relationship with Nicole, and just long distance relationships in general, you gotta have the money to spend. So every time I come out here, I spend quite a bit of money. And then I'm on rice and beans and rice when I'm back home, which is fine because I'm by myself, so it's no big deal. Yeah, so I'm not sure where I left off in that other video. So, like I said, I've been out here since before Memorial Day weekend. It was just a solid 2 weeks. I did some really good 2 weeks with my girlfriend, with Nicole. I feel much better. Mentally, like I'm still in a stress space, you know, I gotta stay busy, you know. The car, it's interesting. The car ride, while it is like a busy thing to do, I always have to be attentive to the road and the other drivers and not know where I'm going and all the things. It doesn't hold my mind. You know, my mind will dwell even when I'm listening to my cross-examinations or music. It definitely doesn't keep my mind occupied the entire time, which is unfortunate. So I think about you. I think about you all the time. But my mind dwells on the things that are keeping us apart, the thing that is keeping us apart. And it just sucks, you know? Like, it just sucks. I feel like every video I've made for you is better me talking about this because it's just deeply impacting our lives. And just as an aside, just this little bit of starting this video, I've now seen 2 police officers hide amongst trees and bushes. Is that what you're going to do when you're a cop? I don't know. You know, and that's the thing. I miss, like, us. Just being your mom. I miss that. I miss it a lot. I have not figured out a way really figured out a way to reconcile what she's done. I just haven't. I don't know. I'm not going to dwell on my childhood, and I don't know enough about your mom to talk about hers, but I don't know how you do that to a kid. I think kids should have as much love around them as possible. To nurture them, teach them how to love right, teach them how to be good social creatures. As a parent, you want to prepare your kid for life without you. That was always my way of doing it. I want to make sure Kyrie knows how to do the things without me. But, yeah, I can't reconcile this. I hope she's being a mom to you now and not that Aaron chick. I hope, like, she's actually being a mom to you. You know, I can tell you about your childhood. When you were a baby, you were attached to your bouncy chair, for sure. You would not go to sleep without it. You needed to be in it. But you also need to be read to, played with. Your mom did not do those things. I'm telling you, right now, I do not care what she tries to claim. Because, again, I have contemporaneous, in the moment notes, messages with friends and family and your mom complaining about these things. So it's not like I'm making this shit up. So maybe now that you're a teenager, and listen, I told you could never do anything to make me mad at you, and that's true. That will always be true. I'm never going to be mad at you because you're a kid. But kids go through different stages. took you away from me. You'd already done your sunrise dance or whatever. And I guess, now that I think about it, maybe I should have known. Because, like, you wouldn't even talk to me about it. It was like you couldn't even talk to me about it. It was the first event in your life that you had that I couldn't be at because she wouldn't allow me to be at. Talking about what just put signs up. I should have known that. I hate how angry I feel about this shit. I fucking hate it. It's not healthy to be this angry all the time. And I feel like it's misplaced. I had a nasty attitude with Nicole with bowling. She's a naturally competitive person, whatever, so she's having a good time, whatever. And I'm in the mood. I'm pissed. Because, like, I let this bitch piss me off. This bitch being another. Definitely not Nicole. I just hate how angry I am over this shit. I will never give my life to another human being. That shit's over with. I was telling Nicole, like, I had an eternal... Maybe I talked about this on our walks, I don't know. But now that I'm sitting in a car, I'm not dealing with Giannis, maybe I can easily talk about it. But when I got that message from that Aaron thing, it was like Nicole said, like, it's something, like, we get it. That's your cousin's sister, whatever inbred relation it is. And you don't want to be in the middle of it and stuff like that, but you couldn't even put yourself in the position that I'm in. Talk about, well, I've heard of you, but I don't know you. Like, bitch, Kyrie has my last name and my father's name is her middle name. I had to block her. Like, I can't go down here. I will go to prison if I go down here. But I guess I should have known that. Like, you didn't even want to talk about it with me. I can't imagine the shit she tells you. I'm tired of making these videos and it's just full of hate, but these first few of them, I guess that's what it is. Like, I guess I need to get it out more from and it is, for me more than anything else. I'm just talking aloud for this, Like, that's how I spend my drives when I'm leaving my girl's house. I am just angry as fuck. Just angry as fuck. But it sucks. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? I'm gonna finish this court case and hope I don't have to spend another $1. But honestly, how am I supposed to enforce it, I guess, is where I'm at. And if I go down there, Mookie Bear, one of us is going to be in the ground. Me or your mom. I can tell you right now, it won't be me. I looked at as a pushover. Your mother is taking so much. Let me tell you this. When we first started dating, she took my credit card and tried to pay her car insurance with it. I wouldn't be surprised if she's opened up lines of credit in your name. I would not be surprised. That's what that is. That's what she is. So, yeah. So, that's what these drives are. Me just dwelling on the fucking time. So, driving is like, and you're not going to really get to know because that fucking bitch can't buy you a car. I'll tell you that right now. The only way you get in the car is if you work really hard to get one, and she's not going to help you get one. I'll tell you that. That credit's in the 400, let me tell you. But driving on long distance is why I like it so much. One, there's no stoplights. I'm not doing this nonsense. But two, so it gives you an opportunity to think. And so I do a lot of dwelling these last 4 or 5 months. It's about this shit. And I just am always angry. Nicole was talking about, I can't believe you tell your work about what's going on. You share a lot more than I do. But I think it's important for them to know. One, because I'm not feeling social. Like, I don't want to answer these social, personal questions you want to answer. And I don't want guess you know, like, I don't have any joy or anything to talk about. Nor my VP, maybe the guest or whatever, and she checked in on me, like, how are you doing? Is there anything I can do to support? My family's like that, our family's like that. But I gave up a lot to be your mom. So now these next 4 years, until I can reconnect with you as an adult, I'm doing me. Focused on what I want to do. What I need. Living where I want to live. We're better than to live in Los Angeles. Why the fuck should I go back east? Where the fuck am I gonna go? Ohio and Painesville? Fuck that. And I don't want to live in the DMV. LA keeps me close enough to you, but no memories of our life there, you know? Where I can start over, but I got my home. I'm not gonna give up my house. It's 2025, so I don't know when you'll get to see or hear this, but buying a home, at least for my generation, is like almost impossible. So your generation has to hope that you get a house from a parent. Right? Again, I will poo-poo that bitch. What's she gonna get you? Fucking trash can ass human being. And I told the first attorney I interviewed 2 days after Mother took you. He was like, I don't know how we got on this subject, but he was talking about like finances and stuff. I said, no, I do not want to make my income versus her income. I worked my ass off to get where I am. And I've taught you how to do that. Monday through Thursday, remember, you grind, you work hard. Fridays, you're fucking kicking it. I didn't want to make it a battle of income, but, when I think about what your grandmother said, yeah, of course that's to jealousy. Of course this comes from jealousy, And so I sit here, and now you're getting a taste of, like, my dwelling. Like, I think about, like I said earlier, trying to reconcile this shit. But I can't reconcile it because it doesn't make any fucking sense. But I was hoping that I wanted you to be more full-time with your mom anyway, because I thought you were getting at the age, you've been with me, I laid the foundation. Now, go through your teenage years knowing, figuring it out. You've got that foundation laid in you as a tiny human as you go into becoming a young lady. I guess I just have to hope it's there. And you're empathetic and kind and all these things. And don't take credit. They're savages. Don't take credit. Whatever. But I think I just want to share with you now, like, I gotta live my life. Like I told Nicole, like, that crash out was like seeing that message and she couldn't put herself in my position. Like, damn. My daughter has my name, my father's name, a person that treated me like an absolute animal. She has that name. And the best you can muster in defense of your cousin, sister, whatever the fuck she is to you is she gave birth to her. And she couldn't even make an argument for your mom to be your mom. Because she knows, like, man, I've been more of a mom to Kyrie than this bitch, because she knows. So I was trying to reconcile it. I just can't. It's like this person that gave birth wants to be a mom all of a sudden. Why? Because she's jealous? I don't know. Like Grandma said, like, I was planning on taking you on this cruise. Son, I got a whole lot of money, but I wanted you to have an amazing time. I was even starting to think, like, when we were considering getting your own room, like, I didn't think Nolani's mom and dad would be okay with it, because I know Jessica's a lot like me. Like, we are very, like, helicopter type of moms. And I was like, I don't know if Jessica's going to be okay with it. But I knew Liz would trust me to care for Mark on the cruise. And I knew he'd have a good time. You guys could, I knew I could trust you guys to be in the same room together. No problem. You guys are like siblings. I was really considering Mark, Even if Liz couldn't afford to get him out there, I wouldn't take that. I don't give a shit. I want you to have a good time. I want you to see that, you work hard, you can reward yourself. When I was in the Navy, as a matter of fact, ever since I went out and been on my own, I've been able to do pretty much the things that I wanted to do. Then when I met your mom, those first years were really hard, I got the TV that's in our room, in my bedroom right now, from like Aaron's, Rent-A-Center, one of those type places. You know, now I can go out and buy whatever I want, whenever I want. I'm gonna go to Just Sports today, probably pick up a couple of jerseys, you know, that I want to have for the trip, and get a new suit so I look nice for Nicole, all these things. So it's nice. Like I told you, you gotta work hard, and you can do those things. And Grandma really illustrated for me when I did see her, like, you're able to do these things for Kyrie, and now you're willing to like go on vacations and stuff. You feel comfortable enough, and she probably felt threatened. And then tie that into you having this huge cultural event as far as kind of going into your womanhood. You know, like my therapist said too, like, she probably just felt some type of way. But is that my fault? Like I told Corey, I wanted you to spend more time with her because I was concerned about, I was really concerned about your relationship with your mom. I didn't want you to have the kind of relationship with your mom that my sister has and Nicole has with Grandma. That is completely different. Auntie Nicole and Grandma have different things going on. And now you and your bio mom may have, or maybe you think she's your saving grace and she saved you from a terrible life with me. I don't know. But I know that I didn't want that for you. Living like that, I can't imagine what it's like for Auntie Nicole or for Grandma. I see what it's like for your grandmother, the anxiety and the hurt. And she didn't want that for me, and now she's worried I'm going to live like that. And I'm really appreciative of Nicole, my partner, because an incredible gift to have me go on this cruise and her paying for it. It's like $4,000 she's shelling out for me. She doesn't have to do that. She's doing that. She wants me to enjoy myself. I'm going to work really hard to enjoy myself and have fun and do what I want to do and just have a great time with her and her family and party and just live life because I deserve that too. So I want you to know that. Like, if you work hard, good things are going to come to you. And even though I'm going through this hell, I'm trying to say I'm hot. Even though I'm going through this hell, I make damn good money, and and the money I'm spending to try to get you back, I'm going to get that money back. I honestly, I'll get that money back in two months because of how much I earn. I can make that money back and pay it off in just a few months. So I just haven't. I thought I was, but I haven't. But it certainly is tough. You know what I mean? It certainly is tough. I was scared that I was going to have to go through. It was hard. My birthday, Mother's Day, missing the Renaissance Festival. I'm probably gonna have to go do your birthday and all those things without you too. It's just, it's cruel. I don't want you to ever do this to the parent of your children. If they are a loving and good person to your kids, make sure they're around your kid. Okay? Your relationship with that person does not dictate their relationship with others, to include your children. I can't live vicariously through you. I've already had my childhood. I've had my teen years and my 20s. I can't tell you, well, this thing I did, so I want you to do the same. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you right now, that's how she is. She's living through you because her life is shit. And you want me to know? Want to know how I know? Because who quits their job and goes and lives on their cousin's couch? I've been away from home since I was 20. When I turned 18, I thought I could handle school, going off to college and stuff, and I just did not do very well. I went into the service. I got joined at like 19, left when I was 20. And I just didn't do good in school. And ever since I went off at 20, I've never had anyone take care of me. There is one time, and it was when I was with your mom, where I had to reach out to my parents for help. And Grandpa gave me $1,000 to pay rent. And this is when your mom was living with me. So, other than that, I've never had any help. And when your mom went homeless, she slept on my floor in our new house in Glendale. I used the rest of the cash on my credit card to help her get out of trouble. She still couldn't do it. But I'm sure she's got revisionist history. You know what I'm saying? She thinks she did so much. But I want you to put those brain cells together, and I want you to think. When she took you, you went and lived on someone else's couch. You never went with your lights off with me, not having cable, internet, or phone, or any of that shit. So I can't imagine what life is like for you. And Nicole reminded me of that too. She's like, you can't give up on her just because you haven't heard from her, Kyrie. She's a kid, you know. Her life has drastically changed. Our lives changed because of one person's selfishness. Because she couldn't do for you, so she took you away from me because she couldn't do it. That's why she did it. That's why. Your grandmother's right. I had introduced you to Nicole in July that summer. We went go-kart racing to the gun range, playing games, seeing movies together, coming out. You flew unaccompanied out to California and had a time of your life. She was jealous of you. She wants you to have a shitty life because she's a shitty person. And that's not me coping. You put two and two together. Like, Grandma, like, really sat me down. Was like, think. You know? She's like, think. I do really well for myself, kid. And I think that because I don't have you right now, I can really advance my career right now. It's better to give you the things that we're going to miss out on together. So when we do see each other again, I can go crazy. And I want that bitch to be jealous. I want her to see me just get you a brand new car off rip when I see you and pay for your college and all these things. Well, I don't know about paying for your college. You're still fucking poor, so maybe take advantage of the government. But you know what I mean? So I'm not going to see you again until there's a new president in office. So, you know, I understand how people start to follow a man like that when they get wronged by the others. I despise an entire group of people because of your mom. They haven't done anything wrong to me. I just look at it warily now. All because of her. My house would look like a row house, you know, if it wasn't for Nicole. It'd look like a row house. So, you know, so that's the theme of this video, this car ride, is just put those brain cells together, you know, and ask yourself, why would this person do that? Why? Don't ask, like, why would my mom, why would my stepmom, because I saw that's how you refer to me together. Why, whatever. Just why would any person that cares and loves me. The person that claims that they care and love me, take me away from someone who also cares and loves me. Why wouldn't they want me to receive that love? I want you to really think about what your life was with me. Should you have been taken away? From not just me, from Mark and your friends and your school and the things that you love and care about. That's what I want it to be about. So that's what I think about on these car rides, you know. I think about why. And I realize that I didn't do this. I get to live my life. And there's little pieces of paper you'll see around the house when I start doing these videos at home. And I have that everywhere. And I'll eventually take them down. Like I said, I'm not going to turn my house into a row house. I'm going to live. Because I went to school and I bettered myself when I came out of service because I knew I needed to provide for you. I bet Dr. Hannah and them, Mr. Lawson, Cook and all them, would not be shocked at all that she barely provided for you and then she took you away in a selfish act. Because her pride will always be her fault. I remember when I first met your mom, that uniform was tighter. It was fighting to get off of her. And she was like, yeah, it fits. Too prideful to say she needed the size up. And when Courtney told me those things, how she just threw her stuff out, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. So, we're talking to you for close to 30 minutes now. And in the previous video, see what it says from I am 256 miles outside of Phoenix. I'm not really sure. Let's see. Let me tell you where we are now. We are, 3.5 hours, so close to a 1 o'clock arrival at home, which is perfect. So I want to be able to eat. So I'm pretty hungry now. So 250 miles away, so 3.5 hours. We're getting into it. Still in Cali. I am sitting in a bit of a lodging where I've got a Toyota Tacoma on my ass. People are kind of doing the Sunday driving thing. It is Sunday, so they're doing that. But I feel better getting these off my chest and talking to you. I know a lot of it is there's quite a bit of denigration towards your bio mom, and I would never do that when we were together. But now, fuck her. Honestly, that's how I feel. I'm listening to in the background Dreading. And in his videos, he talks about when people say honestly or stuff like that is pointing to a lie they're going to tell sometimes. But when I say that I'm strengthening my argument, like to be truthful with you, transparency. I never wanted to poo-poo her in front of you or around you. But in these videos that we've been apart, I don't care if you see this when you're 14 or you're 24, like, fuck her. We're talking about her. Damn, I dribble on myself. I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan. My sister, Nicole, has wronged me in a lot of ways, in my opinion, in my feelings. I felt like, along with your grandfather, she was also my abuser. But there is no world in which we live in that I will ever speak to your mother in a cordial way again. She is, as your aunt would put it, the gum stuck to the bottom of my shoe. I didn't want to marry her for a reason, and I don't care. Like, honestly, if you're like, man, fuck my stepmom, like she's saying this shit about my mom, and I told you, no one, you should never tolerate anyone talking shit about your mom. I would. Your grandma, every mother-daughter has some sort of relationship, but I'm telling you now, I could never be in the same room with your mom. With that thing. I just couldn't. Fuck that thing. Like, that ass. So, I don't know when you're going to see these. I really feel like the first chance I'll get to see you again is 2029. When you're turning 18 and I'm like, what is it? I'll be 48. That's a really hard thing to like deal with. And that's if you even want to see me. So fuck her. Fuck her for stealing my heart. For pretending to be a mom. She's a fucking cunt. I don't give a fuck. That's what she is. She's a piece of shit. She's what everyone told me she was. Trash. And I wanted to see the good in her, but she's dog shit. So, because I really don't think I'm going to see you until you're an adult kid. And I got to figure out, like, when am I going to see my family, you know? My Aunt Diane, or my Aunt Linda's on dialysis. I can't not go home. I'm in love with Nicole. I can't not introduce her to my family. I'm in love with her. Even more so because she's stuck by my side. She is stuck by my side. So, you know, we're coming up, we're past 30 minutes. I don't know how many gigabytes this is. But yeah, I'm glad I got glasses on so you don't see me crying. I'm tired of that. But that's my copism. I don't know. Like I said, by the time I get to see you, this will be outdated. So the slang I'm trying to use will be I guess. But that's how I cope. Like grandma's words. Uncle Mark's like, oh, you can be awarded primary custody. No, I won't. Courts protect Indian children. They want them to stay with the tribe. They want them to be barefoot, producing for what? I mean, that's true. And I read these stories on there, these dads or these non-custodial moms. They do everything they can. They win their court cases, and then the police don't even enforce the court order. So that's why I'm preparing myself for this shit. That's what I'm preparing myself for. I just want to see it. So I don't know. I will tell you this out loud. I hope that you have the same feelings towards her that my sister has towards my mother. My mom wasn't like loving and kissing all on me and affection how I was with you. But I lost my shit when my dad took me away from my mom. And it killed our relationship. So I don't know what it's done for you. It's not the same. He did it way different. But and that he literally like pulled us away from him. So I don't know. Like I'm happy that you didn't have to see that. I don't go down there because I don't want you to see that, but that's what I have to live with, the fact that I won't get to see you until you're an adult. And then I have to hope and pray that you'll want to see me. But I guess I'm going to use this time to reconnect with my friends, reconnect with my family, strengthen those relationships, and try to lean on them until I have you back in some capacity. But I'm going to go back to listening to Nancy Brophy's cross-examination because it's a goodie. It definitely is a good one. I haven't, and I guess try to figure out how I'm going to do these recordings when I get back in Phoenix. I can already feel the heat. And I'm not even in Phoenix yet. I know that heat's coming. I don't know, I like talking it up with you. I'm coming up on the Palms. Normally I would stop, but I already got gas, and I spent $65 on it. So I'm feeling some type of way. As much money as I spent on gas. But that's where I'm at, kid. It's hard. It is really fucking hard, man. To have your heart ripped out your chest like this, it's a different type of feeling, let me tell you. It's a different type of feeling. you know me. People would tell you, like, Tasha's always trying to find the good in somebody, always thinking about others. But like her, like I just see nothing to eat. And I know I do because I couldn't even consider Lenten this year. Wouldn't even have thought. I had texted you too, asking if, were you ready to start sacrificing, giving up meat? But she took that fucking phone, yo, sent it back. Oh, I definitely crashed out. I checked the Ring camera for our home and never see you trying to get there. And I've been tempted to change the locks because I'm not there, But I want you to be able to, like, if you were to run away, you can get into the house. It's different. Living life without you is different. I live like a cave woman most of the time, unless I know I have to have people. I left Giannis's crate behind, so hopefully I can try to get a little closer to him with him having his bed, I really do think about rehoming him, and man, Nicole just went dead silent. I can't do that. He's your baby boy. I get scared. Like, I gotta really take really great care of him so he lives long enough to see it. He's 5 now. Getting that bed was probably prolonged his life, so he can be comfortable when he sleeps. I know he misses you. He's stuck with me. I know he hates being stuck with my dumb ass. I know it. He wants someone who'll pet and love on him, and I don't do that. So I gotta take better care of him. Which is why I'm getting a rover and not having Brenda watch him while I'm gone. Shouldn't help me anyway. I'm looking forward to being I'm just looking forward to leaving Arizona. I guess for me, I'm envisioning like I'll be out there once a month for us to have the house. If I was to get to spend time with you. And if not, it's fine. It's not fine, but it is what it is. I'm learning how to live without you. How to put myself first. Like, I would have left 4 or 5 in the morning to go back home, and then I was like, why leave me tired? I could be well rested and sleep with her and have the comfort of her holding me, and then I can come home. And I miss her so much. Her warmth, her loving me. So, why do that? I'm actually 90 miles outside of Blythe. Now normally I would stop at Blythe. They got the Albertsons and everything right there. Of course, my dispo, but I picked up already, so be coolin'. I would honestly talk to you this whole time, but I wish you could see it. You're stuck looking at me, but there is this big old black smoke thing happening, so I'm gonna have to probably extra be diligent. And I'm recording this on your iPad, and that's another thing. I keep telling you this. I gotta get me one of these things. And Army Green, like my phone. See what's up. But, yeah. I gotta learn how to live without you for now. You told me in a text that we'll get through this. And I love that I'm hedging on the words of my, at the time, 13-year-old. But you're right. Get through it. There is a lot of black smoke, and I wish I could show you. There is a lot of black smoke ahead. I'm not really sure what this is about. This is a good practice for Mom to do some vlogging. I'm going to have to describe to you. There is something like on the side of the road that is legit on fire, and I am going through it. It is, wow. Someone's boat is on fire. It's insane. I'm glad that he was able to detach the boat from his truck But that was insane. It was just, you could feel the heat as I could feel it as I drove past it. Black smoke, definitely obstructed view, but we're past that, and he's on the phone. I couldn't stop him. I wouldn't stop. I wouldn't even know what to do in that situation, but I'm glad he looks like he's being able to get to me. So that was super scary. I remember a time when I was holding on to my certificates and I was going to have to get those. So I would have to stop. So not that I would never stop to attempt to save a life, but that was just one of those situations where, what would I do? Just to make sure he's okay, which he was. But yeah, we've been talking for a minute. I've been talking, honestly, chopping it up with you. These one of these long ones, the walks are like 15 minutes. And I still have to figure out what that's going to look like in Phoenix, because ain't no way mommy's going to be outside in that 100 plus degree heat. Talking about, hey, Mookie Bear, it's hot out there, you know what I mean? So, like I told Nicole, like when I'm out there, do some hikes at Stalker Trail, I'll definitely take you on those. But I'm definitely going to go to a bait and tackle shop, get my line done for me, and get back into fishing and take you on that. But yeah, I'm just trying to make it through, boo. I'm all over the place in my ramblings, but I'm just trying to make it through. I don't want to feel the anger anymore, or none of that. I just want to get through it. Well, you kind of see my hair, and I cut it down a little, and I've had a hat on. I got a new fishing hat. I lost the one I got when I was with you and Nicole. I think I picked up that hat the weekend before you met me in Nicole, but I lost it. At Quartzsite, I'm sure. So I got a new Decline, and I'll probably order another one. But I love their hats. This is the one I'm going to take with me on the boat because of the pineapples. It's made out. The build is made out of fishing net. So I don't know if you can see that. It's made out of fishing net. I think I told you that when I put my last one, but it's super soft on my head. It feels like I got to put it on. My new era hats don't feel like this, and it's mesh, so it's going to be great on the boat. I'm really looking. Nicole was telling me, you don't know how to vacation. She ain't lying. My first vacation was with her last year in April, so I'm looking forward to it. Especially right now, just going through hell, So I'm really looking forward to vacation. I'm just really looking forward to it. I'm looking for, on the boat they have the Serenity deck. I'm just looking forward to going up there, and they've got like yoga and stuff like that, meditation. I really want to take advantage of all that stuff on the boat. Just clear my mind, reset, and try to get through it. So we're at the part of the drive where it's a bit of a lull. I say that because it is nothing but dirt, desert. We are past Indio, heading towards Blythe, maybe 85 miles outside of Blythe. So we're out there. And then once I hit Blythe, it's kind of like the home stretch, so to speak. I like to do things in chunks. So let me see here. I think we're about maybe. Oh yeah, I've been about 3 hours. So we're probably, tomorrow's a work day for mommy. So I think what's gonna happen is I gotta run errands as usual. Got a busy day. I keep real busy. That's the name of the game. The way I cope, I guess. The way I cope is knowing that she's jealous, spiteful, and hateful. These are things I already knew. And then the fact that, I have to find a way to use this time to better our circumstances when I get you back. I just want to be able to do for you what my father never did for me, what he he did for my sister. Fred Anthony Cole. I'm going to give you that life. I'm going to provide for you. She can take you away and all those things and be a fucking piece of shit because that's what she is. I'm going to still provide for you. I'm still going to provide for you. Your name is Kyrie Adelina McLean Aday. Adelina McLean. You're my child. And I will take care of, provide you and love for you and anything you need until I draw my last breath. And I will make sure my estate can give you that when I'm gone. I don't care what any of your family members have to say. I sacrificed a lot. And you may have been my reason for me to do better. But everything I do is for you. Everything I do is for you. And they can't take that away. They can take you away from me for a little while. They cannot take that away. Even if we reunify, you don't want anything to do with me. When I leave, I'm still giving it to you. So I'm going to go ahead and end this because we're in the law and I'm going to listen to the cross-examination of Nancy Brophy. You know, when you left, there was a lot of Sarah Boone. But we're on Nancy. Anthony Todd and all these psychopaths. But I like listening to them because, like I told you, I love when the good guy wins. And I know I'm the good guy. I'm going to get my dub. So I love you, Mookie Bear. We miss you. You're the first thing I think about in the morning, the last thing I think about before I close my eyes. My heart is gone. It's with you. And the little piece I have left of it, Nicole has. I'm just walking around and digested when I'm in Arizona. But I'm the good guy. I know in this story, I'm the good guy. And the good guy does win. It may take a while. Shit, I may be like the Starks in Game of Thrones. Bro, it takes a while for me to get my get back. And like Sansa said, it may take me a while to get it. But I get it. So I just need to bide my time and be patient. Keep reminding myself what I'm working hard for. And I'm working hard to have you back. So we'll chop it up with you tomorrow. This may be day 9. It's not day 9 of how many days you've been gone, obviously, because you've been gone over 100. But as of me recording, I've been pretty consistent. I'm happy with that. But we'll upload this to the journal when I get home in about 3 hours. I'll use the rest of this trip to, like I said, listen to the cross-examination. And just talk to myself. That's what these are, me talking, even though it's to you. It's my deepest thoughts, I guess, for the most part. Like I said, I'm so thankful to my girlfriend, to my family, and then to Twitch with Shiv FPS and my video games. Those video games, boy. I was kind of sad. I ain't even gonna lie to you. When you were like, I'm done with games, Mom. And you didn't have no interest in no Roblox and all that no more. I was like, fuck. Really wanted. I was really hoping, like, I was watching Father-Son Gaming. I kind of wanted that to be us. I ain't gonna lie to you. Playing Son. I was like, maybe she'll ride with Fortnite because of Haziel, and I know Alex was playing it and stuff, and Mark likes the horror stuff. But you know what I mean? He's playing Dead by Daylight. That's the way he's playing. But I'm so thankful for games because they really keep me distracted, give me something to look forward to. stupid as fuck at my age, but I don't care. I've been playing games since Doom, grandma's computer with MS-DOS. I think if I wasn't doing this, honestly, like I told Nicole, if I didn't love what I do for a living, which I do, I'd be cleaning boats. I loved cleaning boats when I got in trouble in the Navy. Well, I'll tell you now. I was in the Navy, as you know, and my first duty station. Was it my first? I'd say that was my first, because I went to A school and stuff. But I will say, like, Patuxent River, Maryland was my first duty station, and the girls in my barracks were all corpsmen too, and one of them put up another girl's healthcare information, which was just absolutely bizarre. And I didn't really do anything. I didn't do anything to stop it. I was too young and stupid to understand, like, you cannot do that. You need to report shit. And I did it, and long story midget, I got in trouble along with the rest of them. Most of them all got kicked out. I got sent to go work on the boats with the boatswain mates. And that's not like a real thing in Maryland where I was stationed at. So they were really like tied to the Coast Guard. And I loved it. I actually loved it. It humbled me. It really turned around my career. ABH1 Powell, he's on my other Facebook account, which I don't have access to anymore. But I remember ABH1 Powell, when he got stationed with me at USS Wasp, he was like, damn, you've really changed. He let the girls that had gotten in trouble who were out, kicked out or whatever, he had kept in contact with some of them. Like, it really changed me. But I remember telling the boatswain mate on that boat, or on the boats that I was cleaning, like, man, I could do this. And he was like, he's like, you have a corpsman? Like, being a corpsman in the Navy was like a big deal. You know, you had an education that you go to after you got out of the service. And he ain't lying. Like, I have an amazing career. Like, I really have an amazing career. I really do. And so, and a lot of that I have to thank is because of my jump start in the military and it disciplined me. If I had gotten out of the military after Patuxent, I probably would have ended up like the mom. You know, just absolutely wasted my GI Bill, sleeping on people's couch, hoping that someone will take care of me because I'm a degenerate. But because of that experience of getting in trouble, it really turned me around. And when I got to the WASP, I remember at the time, CNG economies on my evals. I was like, these are bad. Like, you have really bad evals. And I didn't understand that. And so he's like, you got to really, like, shape up and stuff. I've always struggled with working out, but I got into it so I could meet my PT requirements and stuff. And though I would get embarrassed on a lot of that stuff, I busted my ass and eventually got capped to second class. I shared that with people I thought I was close with, and anyway, I busted my ass. And yeah, I have a lot to thank for the Navy. As I come up on 29 Palms, I have a lot to thank for the service, and and that's, I got to take advantage of these opportunities. I really stalled my career taking care of you, and I will do it again in a heartbeat. But I do need to take advantage of the fact that I don't have you fill those voids and just work hard to advance myself. Especially if I want to be in California, I got to really advance myself and take it. Doing this product owner is so different from what I've been doing. So I'm hoping to really learn from Amy and all those guys at work. But yeah. So yeah, I went off on a tangent. I was supposed to get off of here 10 minutes ago. But I do have a really good career, a great career. But I would be cleaning boats. I would be cleaning sailboats. So like I told Nicole, I really want that Ford Raptor. Then after I get that Ford Raptor, I'm going to buy a boat and enjoy my life in California. And hopefully convince her to live and stay in California, but live up more on the coast. And start to enjoy the latter part of my years. But I see a life with her. I can say that. And I think more because she's just been a rock by my side in this bullshit I've been dealing with your bio mom. don't think Nicole ever wants to see her. She doesn't. I kind of wish Nicole would tell me how she feels about things and stuff like that, but I think she doesn't want to bring it up. She doesn't want to upset me. She knows my mind needs to keep busy and I'm thinking on it, so I think that's why she doesn't bring it up. She probably would. I think she would, but she does think about me, and I was such a fucking asshole with bowling. I'm so mad. I'm sick of it, you know? And that's the thing I want to take away from my time. Like, she's a good woman. I got a real good woman. So, but again, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. We are 75 miles an hour from Blythe. So that's about an hour. I'm going about 85. So a little less than an hour, give or take. But I hope you're doing well. This is 55 minutes. It's a whole lot of me today. I'm actually, and some, because of the previous video. So I hope you're doing well wherever you are. I hope you're at peace. I meant what I said, that regardless of what her taking you away, I'm not going to not provide for you. I will find a way to continue to provide for you, whether that fucking bitch likes it or not. I'm your mom. I worked my ass off to take care of you. I'm going to take care of you. You deserve, just like every child deserves, somebody, a caregiver that wants to take care of them, wants to love on them, and do everything they can to give them a good life. And I'm going to do that. I made a commitment to you to do that. And maybe tomorrow we'll do a video of me walking around our house, just showing you things. Like this picture I have of you with my Ohio State hat that I no longer own, but I made a promise right then and there. No matter what, I'm going to take care of you. And that's what I'm going to do. So, like I said, I hope you're at peace. I hope you're being cared for, and you're loved, and you have the things you need. I'm going to talk to you later, baby. I love you so much, Mookie Bear. You be good, and you be sweet.